It's a pleasure to have a visit from Bob Buckner from Western Carolina University, and it's just an awesome thing because 2 years ago I happened to be in the audience here at the Alamo Dome, and you were the leader of the band. What kind of an experience is this, working with 125 All-Stars?
It's probably one of the best experiences I've ever had. I was pretty amazed that on the college level we can put a lot of stuff together in a pretty short period of time, but to find kids that didn't even know each other that can come in and are such great musicians, and they're so bright, they're so intelligent, they're so talented, and it's just sort of a dream week for the band directors too.
Yeah, it truly is. I keep talking to teachers that are dazzled by this, and I think all of us as teachers are just fantasizing about what would it be like to have a 125-piece band of all kids that were like perfect. It's like not very realistic, but an incredible thing to hear what the potential is when everybody's this serious.
Well, it puts a lot of pressure on the staff, and I think that's the other thing, is to give your staff a lot of credit, because a lot of them are directors in their own right, but all of a sudden they have to come in and literally coach something that they're not used to doing. A lot of these guys work off the tower, and all of a sudden they're down here in the trenches teaching drill and sort of refreshing their skills. And it's hard. It's hard physically. These people have been on their feet all day today. They've been out there 12 hours at least. And, to see them do that and to see the dedication they have, I think is tremendous too.
That's awesome. The other thing about band students is how smart they are. So when they get to be where they can do the guard or do percussion or do their wind instruments this well, they can take instruction like it's off the charts for us to have people that can listen that well. So it's a real for anybody watching this webcast who didn't get in the band. It's about listening. It really is about following instructions, and it's a wonderful staff. I watched some teaching earlier today, some sectionals. Just an awesome thing.
Well, I think one of the things that people don't realize about music is that it's one of maybe the only thing, marching band, that teaches Gardner's 7 intelligences. That it involves mathematical and linguistic and musical and physical and spatial. It does all these things, and we just think how hard it is to be a good musician. And then all of a sudden we're asking them to going to march around the field at a really fast tempo and spin a flag or play, and we just take for granted that they can do that, and it seems like the more we give them to do, the more they're able to do. They're just phenomenal, and they are smart. I think the average grade point was probably over 3.77.
Wow.
So it's pretty amazing. I think the Army's done a great job picking the best one.
Yeah, and they went to 200 cities, 100 of them, to find band members. And I think the most moving thing that I learned about this 2 years ago when I came here, when you were running it, was that they go in front of a high school assembly and tell everybody that you got in. And imagine that, being singled out in front of your colleagues right there in your own neighborhood. That's a pretty show-stopping thing in a high school career. I'm very, very proud of all of them. I find myself getting chills. It also sounds like a great concert band. Really, here we go. Back with Bob Buckner. We had a little bit of a quiet break here, and you were telling me about being emeritus. You're able to visit here.
Yeah, when they started the All-American Bowl, I think this is either the 10th or the 11th year, they had the 2 coaches were Coach Boone and Yost from the movie Remember the Titans. So after the first year, because they appreciate them getting that started, they bring them back every year. They're sort of resident celebrities, and so they've done the same thing for my wife and I, Donna and I, since we were the first ones. And the first year was really difficult because organizationally, nobody knew what this was, nobody knew what it could be, and everybody thought, a lot of band directors thought it was some sort of travel company calling them saying, hey, we got this trip, for your kids, but it's not that at all. It's all expense paid. It's a wonderful thing. So I just get to come hang out and watch these other folks work.
Well, thank you very much, Bob.